Today we are going to be talking about milk supply. Of course, you can choose to nurse your baby, you can choose to use formula, it's up to you, but I just want to share some tips that have helped me to be able to keep my supply up. I nursed my son 10 years ago. With my new baby, who is now 4 months old, I have been exclusively nursing her, and I plan on doing that until like a year and a half. So these are things that worked for me, that have been working for me to make sure that I keep my supply up. Tip number one is to pump using either manual pump or another type of machine. The two pumps that I have are both free with my insurance. The most current one that I've been using is the Spectra, and oddly enough, I still have my Ameda, the one that I used with my son. Both of them worked perfectly. The reason why I decided to pump is because in both cases I planned on going back to work. I just wanted to have milk ready, but the crazy thing is that neither one of my children like bottles. So I'm gonna keep on trying with my daughter and see if she will eventually take a bottle. It's suggested to wait until your baby's like 4 to 6 weeks old to pump. I didn't do that with either one. I pumped right away. With my son, I believe I pumped like day 1. With my daughter, I waited after a couple of days and then I started to pump. The way that our bodies work are off of supply and demand. So when your body thinks that you need milk, then your body will produce more milk. So what I would do is either pump before or after the feeding. Either way, I'm emptying out. This is such a weird video. That told my body that I needed more milk than my daughter actually ate. Something else that has been really helpful is this. I got this Nature Bond milk collector on Amazon. So this thing is amazing because while you're nursing on one side, unless you have two babies feeding at the same time, while you're nursing on one side, the other side is going to have milk that is just wasted. So I was so shocked the first time I used that milk collector. You just put it there on the other side that you're not feeding off of, and then milk just goes out. And I think I collect like 2 to 3 ounces on the side that she's not feeding on. If you're not using a milk collector, trust me, there's a lot of milk being wasted. Another tip is to stay hydrated. So of course, water is key. I love water. I drink water non-stop. I know there are people who don't really like the taste of just plain water, but I actually love it. But another form of water is a water that I don't actually like, but I've started drinking it, and it's coconut water. So my family went through a really difficult time recently, and I was not eating right at all. So thankfully, a friend of mine stocked me up with a whole lot of coconut water, and I don't like it, like, at all. I don't like the taste. And then it has pulp in it, and I don't like that either. I'm gonna go ahead and drink some. There's potassium in here, magnesium, vitamin C, lauric acid, so many good benefits of this, and it really has been helping me get through a time where my diet wasn't the best. It's not as bad when you like just keep drinking it and you can't taste it until you like swallow it. And I drank it with the straw the first time because of germs, but I decided to just drink it like this. It's actually better because I can kind of like keep the pulp inside. I don't know why I'm sharing all this information, but it takes me to the next tip. Make sure that you have a good diet. If what you take in isn't full of nutrients and all of that, you're gonna be only hurting yourself, and then your milk supply will probably dry up. Make sure that you eat your vegetables, your fruit. Make sure you eat a good balanced diet, because if you're not giving yourself all the stuff that you need, how are you gonna be able to give it to your baby? So just try your best to eat healthy. Another tip is to take care of your mental state. As mentioned, I went through a very stressful time in my life, and we're actually still dealing with that issue. But I'm trying to do my best to stay positive. I pray. If you are a person who does have a strong faith, if you are in a stressful situation, make sure that you pray and let all of that stress, let all those anxieties go before it's time to nurse, because it's going to be really difficult for you to connect the brain to your milk supply to continue to let it flow if you're so stressed in your mental. So just make sure that your mind and your body are connected, and that you try your best, even though we're in a pandemic, even though there's craziness going on today, try your best to have peace of mind and just stay as positive as you can. Another tip on making sure that you have a good milk supply is to listen to your baby. So your baby is going to give you signs. Depending on what stage you are in and how old your baby is, you will have already started to pick up on those cues. You know, if your baby is turning towards you when you hold him or her, if your baby is starting to put things towards his or her mouth, if your baby is making different like sucking motions with his or her mouth, your baby's telling you that he or she is hungry. So the thing that I do is I let my baby feed whenever she wants. And so I'm not on any kind of schedule. That's probably why she's so big, is because I just let her eat whenever she wants to. And so if she's hungry, I'm not going to deny her food. And right now I'm the one who's feeding her, and she doesn't have solid foods yet. So I know that it's okay for her to be nursed as often or as little as she wants. So she goes through growth spurts, and she's already went through a couple of growth spurts, and during those days she is like feeding constantly. I feel like I'm nursing all day long. So listen to your baby, and your baby will let you know when he or she needs to eat. And that in turn will help your body to decide, okay, this baby needs more food or this baby needs less food, and your body will adjust. And my final tip is to cuddle and love on and snuggle up with your little baby. The cool thing about our bodies and the way that we were wonderfully made is that your baby's body can talk to your body if it has the chance to do so. So a lot of people talk about skin to skin. That is very beneficial when you are nursing your baby. Your body releases prolactin and stimulates oxytocin, and both of those together help your body to tell itself that it needs to make more milk. Just leave your baby with the diaper on and cuddle skin to skin, chest against chest, maybe cuddle up with a blanket, and just wrap yourself up and snuggle up with your baby, and eventually your baby will know what he or she needs to do. These are just a few of the tips that have helped me to be able to give my babies what they need when they need it. And so let me know if you have any other tips to share down below. Make sure you share those tips with me and with the others who are watching this video. If you have any questions, any upcoming videos that you'd like me to make, let me know down below also. I do plan on still posting my labor and delivery video. I've been trying to wait on some footage from someone who is there recording it. If I can't get the video, then I will go ahead and just share my tips on how to have a relaxing delivery and how I was successful in doing so. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope it helps some of y'all. Bye.